friends, it is time for us to discuss what happened at Belgium's Eurosong. So that happened this weekend. We had a new winner, so Gustav is now going to be representing Belgium for the year for Eurovision this year, and I'm actually kind of excited about the choice. But I know what everyone's thinking is, what did I think about all the songs? Where do they rank? And how do we go from here? So I think it's only fair that we start from there, and let's see how it goes. In terms of the winner, I have him playing right now. Gustav, how do I feel about him? Going into the contest, I wasn't crazy about him. Wasn't crazy about the song. Didn't really think that it had a lot to offer, but after seeing it and seeing his vision of it, it's very simple, very stripped, very queer positive, very inclusive. I think it has a very positive message. It was well done. It had duck walk in it, which I just love. I've always been a fan of duck walk. I don't know why that is, but it's a thing. Overall, I think that it was the rightful winner. I think he performed it well. I think the song itself is catchy enough. Could it use a revamp? Yes, it's very 90s throwback. It's very much of the era of like Robin S. Show Me Love. It's very much of that style of ballroom. So I'm really curious to see what they do with it from here. And overall, I was really happy with it. I thought the performance was really good, and I'm curious to know what they do from there. Alright, the next song that came up for me now here is You Lift Me Up by Loredana. I was torn on this song. I wasn't sure if this was a hit or if this was a miss. I feel like it was very discordant. A lot of the visuals didn't match with the other visuals. Like, at first she comes out in this very slinky number with two backup dancers who are all doing very nice, and then a 7-foot-tall robot comes out with her number on the front, telling her to call it, which I was just like, oh, that's just tacky. I don't like that. It rubbed me the wrong way. But the song itself is fine. Very, like, 10 years ago Eurodance. This sounds like something Loreen would pass on 10 years ago. Is it fine? Is it good? Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not gonna say that it was bad in any way, shape, or form, but I definitely don't think it was one of the stronger ones. So I will say it was alright. C'est mon oui pas by Shireen was interesting. I dug this one. I really thought it was cool. I really enjoyed her energy. A lot of the other people I was there with weren't jiving with this one at all, which is fine, which is fair. I don't think that this is everybody's cup of tea. But it was very fun and memorable and different and unique and crazy. Her aesthetic is something like Matisse meets anime, or just very Chagall and Mondrian. Like, it's very much just random big formless shapes with blank colors and flat imagery, and just performing with such a big animated piece. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. I think she did a great job. Did she hit the highs that I wanted her to? No. I felt like it was fine overall. I felt like she was really good, very interesting. And I really want to see what she does next, because I felt that she brought a really nice, light, fun, young, silly energy to it. I really appreciated that for what it was. Next up, we had the Starlings with Roller Coaster. Now, is there a more cliche-used phrase for life than life is a roller coaster? If there is, I haven't found it. Are they interesting? Yes. Are they good? Yes. They're very talented. Is the song pretty? Yes. Is that all the song is? Kind of. Watching them perform, I was reminded of Nico vibes from Alabama from the American Song Contest last year. Like, a lot of people are just like, I'm comparing it to Calm Before the Storm by the Common Linnets, or like that style, and I'm just like, this was not that. There's no way this was that. It was definitely a lot more flat, a lot more safe, a lot more just kind of bare. It's very bare. It's very bare basics. There's not much to it. Life is a roller coaster, yes, and it's fine. It's fine. I would put it above Loredana because I feel like they were very capably performed. I feel like she was, like, I think I preferred her voice to his voice. But it just felt very flat, very safe, very, I don't want to say neutered, but very much just plain. Not my favorite. But overall, for what was a very high energy show, This one was very, I'm not going to say let down, but it didn't rise to the occasion for me. I know a lot of people really liked it, and the fact that this lost by only 1 point says something. But overall, I feel like sending Gustav is the more interesting choice. I feel like he's going to probably be the Romania. He's going to be the Urs of this year. He's going to be the Lalame, I feel. So let's see what happens. That's my prediction. I think he's going to qualify, and I think it'll do fairly well, based off of what we have so far. Now, the main competition that I had for Gustav going into this was Gala Drago and Tianquet? I can't remember how to say. Very interesting song. Dark, moody, full of emotion, full of thrill. Very Bond, very James Bond, Billie Eilish. Like, I feel like this song is that. It's just that. I loved it. I thought that she had such an interesting presence. I thought that she had such an interesting take on her pieces. And I'm really excited to see what she'll do. I feel like she'll probably do this contest again. I might follow her career outside of this just because her voice is so interesting. And honestly, she wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Billie Eilish. 100%. We all know this. We can say this with absolute certainty. She would not be here without Billie Eilish. That's just a fact of life. Will she ever achieve that level of success? Probably not, but let's see what she does. I'm very curious. The song was great, and I had a lot of fun with it. Hunter Falls is an interesting case. Ooh La La was a fun song. It was different. It was very boisterous. I liked it. I didn't not like any of these songs. But overall, this one was definitely, I thought, on the lower end. It kind of ended up being my weakest. Not because it's a bad song, but because it just lacks that memorability. It really lacks that push and that power. I still remember the chorus very much, but I found that there was something off about the performance. I was just like, there was something there that I'm really enjoying. I like his energy, but he felt a little flat. Like, it felt like he wasn't fully engaging with the song, which was interesting. When you're seeing an artist perform, you really want to feel that passion. You really want to feel that connection. And this just kind of felt like he was going through the motions a little bit. So that was a bit of a disappointment. But I have to say, I did enjoy him. I liked his song. I like his voice. He has this weird thing with his upper register is slightly disconnected from the lower register. So I feel like when he shifts into the higher register, it doesn't fully go. Like, there was something that was off about it and felt a little light on top. And it was just kind of a curious choice. It made me wonder why he went with that thought, that range of motion. All right, the final act we had that night was Amira. Amira did the Carnival. I actually remember her from like 2010, where she had a song called "The Sound of Missing You," and it was an interesting video where she was just kind of dressed up as an alien and laying around in different places. So it was really interesting to see her come back and be like an actual pop star in something that was just like, oh, I know this person going into this. I'm really curious to see what she does. And she did Carnival, and it happened. Really great staging. Fantastic choreography. There's one moment where she's hitting her head and the other people are falling out from behind her, and that was really cool. That was really well done. But overall, I have to say I wasn't overly fond. I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. I would say that this for me would go right under the Starlings. Again, nothing was bad about Eurosong. I really enjoyed it. This was probably one of my favorite national finals so far. But I couldn't get into it as much as I wanted to. And overall, I was super happy with it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do next year. I'm looking forward to seeing how Gustav does in the finals itself. And yeah, I can't wait to know what you think. Do you have any thoughts on what the Starlings could have done to make their song pop a little more? Was there anything else that could have happened? I don't know, but let's see. This is Matti McLean. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.